Okay, golden.
Okay. Oh, you didn't say and we're live.
And we're live, Frick.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. First, you guys want to like go over the poems really quick because the first one I got and the second one, like, I don't understand really. Did you understand it?
Do you get the goblin one, or do you get the other one?
Yeah, I got the goblin one.
Dang, that's the one that I get too.
Yeah, but the next one I was so confused.
Okay, so the goblin one, just to make sure I'm on the same page, is like there's these two sisters that have L names, and there's goblins selling fruit outside, and they like is there like one good sister and one bad sister? Like one sister like goes out there and like buys it, like she's like can't handle it, and then the other one's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it seemed like the fruit represented, I don't know, there was a lot of like sexual references.
Oh, right.
And I like read a little analysis thing, and it said like one of the like ideas, it's like gang rape. Another one is like it's like female homosexuality, and then the other one was or something else, and they're all like pretty heavy. And I was like, oh, I didn't even see that. Shoot.
Yeah.
But
crazy. I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so it was. Yeah, I don't know. I could have just totally been that guy's opinion, but yeah, it's like shoot. And then at the end, does she get married?
Okay, I think at the end, like everything reverses somehow because it's like, oh, she woke up as if it was all a dream, and then both sisters like got married and lived happily ever after, and she like got her youth back. Because like halfway through, not halfway, but like part of the way through, it was like, oh, her hair turned gray and she was like old and like couldn't like, she was just like depressed, like she wasn't eating or anything. She would just like sit and like not do any of her like daily activities. And then all of a sudden at the end, I don't know what changed it though. Like it was talking about how the sister came home after like the sister went, Lizzie's the good sister. Lizzie went and tried to like get some fruit for her, but then they ended up like attacking her and like trying to force her to eat it, but she didn't. She like kept her mouth closed, but then like the juices were like dripping all over her body. And then so she went back to the sister who was like addicted, and she was like she's like, eat me, drink me, like just kiss me all over and like get the juices. So then she did. and then I don't know what happened after that to make it change to where she was like, oh, and then everything went back to normal and like I was fine, but I don't know why.
Just a nightmare.
Yeah, I think it says in there that she kissed the juice on her mouth, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she became back to normal.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do we get what that means, or like I guess we can kind of like go over it when we talk about the questions. I guess that might help.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It talks about how like a swift fire spread through her veins and knocked at her heart. And then everything changed. So I don't really know why. But okay, so that's that one.
Yeah, so the other one, there's like a girl up in heaven and her man is on earth, and they just miss each other the whole poem. Is that it?
I think so. And then doesn't she like lead him to like God or something? Like she's like trying to get him to go to heaven so that they could be together or something?
Yeah. She like she like brings him to Mary. I don't know. Did you get that one, Susanna?
Well, I think the lady, she died and she wasn't married.
Oh.
That makes a lot of sense because it talks about how like she's seeing all the other couples being happy, and she's like,
Yeah. At the end, she's like asking God for like her and him to be able to like live on earth with love together. But then she can't because she's like already dead. So then she cried. So I don't.
Okay. So she's dead.
Yeah. So she's like an angel. Yeah. And he's alive on earth. And she like they want to be together.
And so she's just like not as early as the other one. Cool.
Yeah.
And the guy So I think the guy believes that they will see each other in heaven, something like
Oh,
when they
okay.
both, like when they died and they'll see each other.
Cool.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we can start with the questions then.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question says, how are women both angels and fallen women in these poems? I think that okay, well,
Well, what does fallen women means? I
I
was
don't really know. I'm
Um,
assuming it means like women that have like had
I
hardships,
can
like
kind of figure out what those words means, like fallen angels and fallen women means. But
so, oh, I'm sorry. Go for it.
I was thinking as fallen women and fallen angels are more like the angels being.
Mm.
yeah. I mean, I think, well, in the second one, it's obvious that she's an angel because it like says that she is kind of, right? Like
Yeah.
she's talking from heaven. But I think like in a way, in the first poem, the good sister Lizzie is like kind of angelic because it has like the whole paragraph about how like sisters are like they would basically do anything for you and stuff. So I think that's kind of a cool thing. And then as far as fallen women, I think that the bad Laura would have fallen because she like got addicted to that juice thing, and then she like just got like super depressed about it and like couldn't do anything without it. But
Yeah. The juice thing. So on so I started reading this like analysis because I didn't really get it too much. And it says so it's like talking about how critics have long seen the description of the exotic fruit as symbolic of sexual temptation, with Laura as the fallen woman who succumbs to masculine wiles and is ruined um, as a result.
oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That would
So
make a lot of sense. But at the same time, the teacher didn't say anything about that, so I'm like kind of terrified to write about it and her be like, nope.
yeah, I know. um, oh, did Susan? Oh, she's back. Yeah, I don't know. That whole analysis is about like that, and it kind of like makes sense. I don't know. And he says like a lot of different critics have said that, but so, yeah, I guess that would be like a good description of why she's fallen is because she just gives into like different temptations and like um doesn't use like her beauty for like doing good or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. How does the second poem like even relate to beauty? Kind
Really,
of does it even?
that I don't even really. Wait, let me pull it up real fast. So that one's the blessed damsel. Damonza.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I say damsel? Um, and it doesn't really talk about beauty, but I guess does the question have to do?
No.
I guess, yeah, so I guess it doesn't really have to options, but yeah, so I guess one's an angel because it just describes her as being up there in heaven, like missing him. But I don't understand why that like makes her like just because she's dead and in heaven, like why that makes her like better or an angel compared to like a fallen woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe the fact that she like is in heaven and that's
Just
why
makes her heavenly.
yeah, like she made it to heaven.
Yeah.
Because it says, yeah, she's from the gold bar of heaven. So maybe it's just from that we just assume that like she was really good.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Gold bar. Ooh. Good point. Okay. Well, there's that. Okay. Well, that works. Okay, so next question. Are these images good for women? I think yeah. Well, I guess Laura it would be no because it shows the hardships, but at the same time she like overcame it.
Yeah.
And then Lizzie, I think yeah, like it shows that you do anything for your sister.
Yeah.
And then for the angel girl, I mean, shows that she's an angel, and it's like doesn't ever say that she's bad. But at the same time, it's kind of like she's in heaven, which is like amazing, but she like would rather be on earth. So it's almost like she's taking being in heaven for granted, maybe.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. That's smart. Yeah. The whole time, like literally the whole thing is just her like longing to be with the guy, right?
Yeah.
Talking about how it's gonna be, what's gonna happen when she finds him.
Does it have her name? It doesn't, huh? The angel lady.
The angel lady.
I'm just gonna write angel lady.
Angel girl, yeah. Are you getting Susanna's messages?
Oh. The call has ended, but I can't. Guys, I don't know what she wants us to do.
I can cry. I'm fighting her again. Okay. Sweet. So are these images good for women? Yeah, I guess I'd agree with just what you're saying. Like the part about women falling under, or what's her name? Laura, falling under temptation and like maybe not using her beauty as it's intended, or like giving into the masculines and men or whatever that is talking about. Maybe that's like not the best image, but I think her sister was a good image of women, like just always being like supportive, like you're saying she would do anything for her. The angel girl is like, yeah, I guess there's like good and bad in each one of them. Like the angel girl, like you said, is like in heaven, and we can assume she's a good person, but maybe she like doesn't want to be there.
Yeah. And I think also, now that you say that, the angel lady, like how she would give up being in heaven for like being with her love, like that kind of makes her and Lizzie go hand in hand because they would do anything and like give up their own. Like Lizzie was like terrified of the little troll people, but she, or the whatever they're called, the goblins, but she like still went for her sister, and so it kind of shows that they would like give up their own happiness or their own like certain fears, I guess, to like do for love, I guess.
Yeah, totally. I agree with
that. Okay, cool. So next question is, do they restrict women or empower them, and how? I would say definitely empower, just because of all the things that we talked about, like Laura and her overcoming her hardship, and then the same stuff for Lizzie and the angel lady, that they would just like do anything, and they were able. Well, Lizzie was able to like be successful, I guess, but the angel lady, maybe that one was like kind of more restricted, because she didn't get what she wanted. She's sending her script.
Yeah.
It's so funny she calls it a script.
I know, I love that. When she emailed earlier, she was like, "Did you send my script?"
I know.
I was like thinking about like a play script.
Yeah, same.
I was like, I don't know what the classes this is for, but yeah. Cool.
Oh, she wrote. Okay, cool.
So, wait, say what you just
question
again. Yeah, wait. So does it restrict or empower them? And you said empower because they're overcoming their like shortcomings and yeah, totally.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't really know, like the one where she's just like missing her, is it her husband?
I don't know. I know it's her love, but it doesn't really say anything about her. I don't think it says husband anywhere. Let me control F.
Control F, husband.
I don't see anything for her husband. No. I don't know if it would use the word husband back in that day, though.
Yeah, that's a fancy word. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
it has some good notes about that one.
Yeah. So, okay, for the angel one, do you think that she's restricted or empowered? Like, or do the poems restrict her or empower her?
Well, I think that it's like restricting. I guess it depends like how you're using it, but like just in like the obvious way, like it's restricting because you can't be with her love. But like as like women in general, yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Restricting?
I know. I guess it's like I feel like it's kind of both too. Like, I mean, it's restricted because she can't do what she wants, but at the same time, it's like kind of empowering because she's like given the opportunity to like lead him to the path that she wants him to be on. I guess. I think.
Yeah, totally. So both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Every answer is just gonna be both.
Yeah. Seriously. We don't really know. Okay, I'll read what Susanna put though. On this question, she said, I think one image empower women as shown in the two sisters situation. For example, when Lizzie found out what had happened to Laura, and then she took off to the market only to only found out about the goblin men, so she was really firmed as they tried to convince him to eat the goblin fruit. So I think it empowers Lizzie to come up strong and consistent of what she thinks is right, what she think it's right for her, and not to be easily persuaded and convinced like her sister Laura. True.
Cool.
Kind of what we said. Okay, and then the next question then. How do the poems differ in their presentation of the image of these women? I'll read what Susanna said really quick. She said, I think that main difference between the images of these women in the poems is that beauty can be misled an individual according to the Goblin Market poem, and how beauty can be so devastating and hurt us when our loved ones died according to the blessed demo, whatever that one is, poem. Damozel. Yeah, I think the first poem, the one about the goblins, is like super, like, because it doesn't even mention a guy in the whole entire poem. Like it's all about, well, I mean, besides the goblins, but it's kind of like all about like women, like they had their own choices and they both chose different ways. And then one of them like had a hard time. The other one was able to help her. Like they didn't, I don't know. I think it made them look really strong, both of them, I think.
Yeah, totally. It like that, like when you said that, there's like no men really, but they like kind of refer to the goblins as like maybe being the men. Like men are just goblins, and like these women are overcoming stuff compared to like these dumb goblin, like Martian, whatever they are.
Yeah.
And and then in the other one, like everything is base. Let's see, wait, how add or change ways.
It almost makes the second one, like, it almost makes her seem weak, which I know that's really bad to say because she's not weak, it's just love, but it's almost like that's all she wants is like this guy, and she's like willing to do anything for it, which is like nice, but it's not like a strong, I do things myself, I'm moving on type thing like the other poem was.
Right, yeah, totally. And yeah, I guess that's where I was going. Like, in the one, like men are goblins, and they're just like animals, and they like the one girl like falls under temptation, but they end up like overcoming these goblins. And then the other one, like everything in the whole poem, like everything that she thinks about and fantasizes about is all about there's this one guy and it makes her sad and she like can't move on and like can't do anything else and she's just sad how everyone else looks, all happy together. And so yeah, totally different. Does that answer the question at all?
Yeah, I think so, for sure. Like, so basically
Yeah.
saying that one is showing strength and one is showing like more weakness. Because it's asking how the poems differ in their presentation of the image of the women. So yeah, I think that answers it.
Cool.
Okay. Next question. Is there any evidence that the brother sees women differently than the sister? So the second one is written by the brother, right? The one about the angel. So it's almost like the sister is like, she's not even thinking about men, whereas the brother is like full on like women are drooling over men and that's all they want.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even I skipped that part. So wait, they're brother and sister, the people writing
The
this?
writers? Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's funny. Yeah, so she's totally like, yeah, women go women, and then he's totally like, they revolve around us.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe that means like the brother sees women as more. What did we used to talk about in like the older things? How we were like, oh, women are just like for men, basically, you know, like when they were just like arm candy type things. But then women started to come out and be like, they wanted more. I feel like that's kind of like this situation. Like the guy's still in the mindset of like, oh, women are just like to be in love with men. That's like all they're really meant for. And
yeah, like when we're talking about, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember like the words that describe it for you to put it down in writing, but yeah, it was like women, like you can look at women, or women are to be looked at as like beautiful, but women shouldn't really be like looking outward at beauty. They're just to be looked upon or something like that. That was part of it.
oh yeah, looked. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I remember those exact words.
Next to these quotes in the paper.
You're what?
You better be putting my name next to these quotes in the paper as
Yeah.
credit.
Bye, Tanner. Yeah. Okay. Did I read Susanna's answer for that question already?
No, I don't think you did.
Okay, I'll read it. She said, I'm not sure what this question is about, but I think what this is asking is that how brothers see women differently than how us girls see women. I think that how men look at us women are so different from how women look at women. Can't think of an evidence from the poems now.
There we go. Insightful.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, next question. This is the last question, actually. How do the illustrations in each case add to or change our ideas of beauty and of women as we see them in the poems? Remember that the brother illustrated both his own poem and his sister poem. Oh, illustrated. Oh, with the art things that we looked at. So his illustrations might share more ideals with his poem than his illustrations for his sister poem would with hers. I didn't really look at them. Let me look at them really quick. Okay, I can't. It says image not available, so dope.
Wait, which one is it? Maybe it will.
In the reading that she put for us, there's like a couple links that she put. Did you see those ones?
Is it where she says, oh yeah, is it like 5 or 10 more minutes? Okay, cool. I'm getting kicked out.
It is 9 p.m. The library policy after
the
library.
Yeah, because my freaking Wi-Fi went out at my house.
Oh.
And so, yeah, that's why I was like, when you said 8:30, I was like, yes, because I had to go to the stupid library.
Yeah. Okay. Is it where she says, for its depiction of what became known as the fallen woman? An illustrated memorial of his art and life? Is that what you're looking at?
Oh, I think so. My picture is like, it says Golden Head by Golden Head Bed.
Okay.
Something like that. And it's just like a man and a woman just like cuddling.
Oh.
It's in, and then there's like a moon. There's like people in it or something, or a dream. I don't know what it is. And then I can't see the other one. It's not letting me see it. Oh. The other one is just women by themselves or with other women.
Wait, was one of the pictures was like a woman on top and like it's like lighter, and then there's like people on the bottom and it's darker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I did
Yes.
see those. And then the other one, it looks like
The
she's
other
like
one,
packed on the ground.
the other one was the goblin one, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know which
Where
one to
she,
go with.
where she's like laying on the ground and there's like, but I can't find. What is the question about it?
How do the illustrations in each case add to or change the ideas of beauty and women as we see them in the poems?
Did they change your opinions?
No, because I don't understand them. I really don't know what these means or what they mean.
Yeah.
Well, this one says included text, and it's talking about her eyes were deeper than the depth of the waters, and it's talking about the stars, her hair, her robe.
Yeah. Oh,
So that's the angel lady.
okay. Yeah, the one I found, or the one I was talking about was like, oh.
Oh, wait, this one has a description. Okay, I'll read the description. So this is about the angel one.
Okay.
And it says the description is in paradise, Damonzel gazing downward behind the Damons. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Damonzel beneath spreading branches, groups of lovers embrace against a pink sky. Below her, a pink flame outlines 3 angel heads in the predella. The earthly lover rests beside the river in a wooden landscape. So basically, it's saying that she's in heaven, looking down because it's like separated, looking down on her lover who's on earth. And then I don't really know why there's 3 angel heads in the middle of them.
Yeah.
And another one, the goblin one, is just a photo. It doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does. It says that the brother illustrated it. So he illustrated both. And it doesn't say what it means. So.
Yeah, I don't really get them either. But yeah. Did Susanna say anything about the drawings?
Yeah, I'll read what she said. In the poem of the Goblin Market, I think the beauty that Rossetti is talking about here is about a woman's hair. So what changed my ideas of beauty and of women as we see in these poems is that beauty can lead us to big troubles if we don't use and apply it wisely. For instance, when Laura went to the Goblin Market and wanted to get the goblin fruit, but she didn't have any money to buy it with, then the goblin men offer her to just take a piece of her golden hair, and she accepted and give her some of her hair. She got into trouble because of her misused, I think she meant to say because she misused her beauty. So I'm thinking that this changed my ideas about beauty because I look at it as that beauty can mislead us and get us into trouble when we misuse it, like what Laura did. I don't think she looked at the illustrations online. You're muted.
I'm muted. Hello. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think they really changed from what I saw. Without like a detailed description, I wouldn't really know exactly what they're depicting. But yeah, if you want to just say something about them, but you probably be fine if you just said that it just keeps your view the same.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, Well, that was super confusing, and I feel like we have no like real answers, but we'll work
Everything
it out.
applies to both, and I don't know what to do. And,
Yeah. I'm just gonna like pick a side that's more, and then write about it, and hope for the best. But okay.